prepare for your workout today, please gather the following items: a chair and water. Pause this video if you need to grab anything for your workout, and then we will begin. Welcome to your strengthening class today. Let's get started with your warm-up.
We'll start with neck rotations for 30 seconds.
Remember, this range of motion is within a comfortable rotation for you. You can also add some side bend if you tend to get tight right through here.
Arm swimming for 30 seconds.
Okay, let's start to warm up. Part of warming up is getting that circulation going. This is a good one. Pay attention to your posture. Try to stay nice and tall. You can engage your core, kind of tuck your tummy in, get things ready to go.
Now let's do stepping for 30 seconds.
Okay, you can step up into the air, or if you have a step or a stair, you can use that. Again, now we're just warming up that lower body.
And that's 30 seconds. Sit to stand for 30 seconds now.
Good job with your warm-up. Now come over to your chair. And the challenge is I want you to see if you can do your sit to stands with no arms. So kind of come up. You should have probably a lower chair than this. You can adjust to a lower chair if you need more of a challenge. If it's too hard, you can use a higher chair. If you do feel off balance, it's okay to go ahead and use those hands if you need to. Safety first.
Leg lifts forward for 30 seconds.
Okay. Now I want you to kick forward. And we'll alternate sides. Remember to keep that back nice and tall, tummy tucked in, engage all those muscles.
"30 seconds are up. Let's move on to the wall push-ups that we'll do for 30 seconds.
Okay, you can do wall push-ups, or you can move to these incline push-ups as an alternative. If you feel ready and you want a little bit extra challenge. Otherwise, just go with the wall push-up. Almost there.
And 30 seconds.
Good job.
Now we have backwards leg lifts for 30 seconds.
Okay, this is when you're gonna just lift back. You're gonna use that glute. Keep alternating your sides. Good work, guys.
And that's time. Let's move on to our scap squeezes for 30 seconds.
Okay, bring those shoulder blades back together in the back. Keep squeezing. It's great for your posture.
Now it's time for 30 seconds of hip out and hip in.
Okay. I'll go back to the lower body. Kind of took a little bit of a breather. Let's get those big muscles going again. You can stay on one side for 15 seconds if you can do the repetition and then switch sides, or you can alternate throughout. Whatever your body is ready for. And alternating looks like this.
And that's 30 seconds. Get a drink of water and let's repeat that sequence.
Okay, let's keep going.
We'll start with sit to stand for 30 seconds.
Okay, and the goal is we advance through these exercises is to kind of start to build our endurance for movement, but always take a break and get a drink of water if you need to. You can always pause your screen and then come back to us.
Now let's move on to the next one. Leg lifts forward for 30 seconds.
Okay, let's do those kicks. Challenge yourself by bringing that toe up as much as you can.
Time's up. Let's move to wall push-ups for 30 seconds.
If the wall is too easy and you don't have a safe place for an incline, you can do these against your counter in the kitchen. If you're safe to get on and off the floor, you can also do them on the floor.
All right, let's move on. We'll do our leg lifts backwards for 30 seconds now. Get into position.
Okay, again, straight back and kick back. Think about reaching that heel up towards the ceiling so that you're using the right muscle. It can sometimes look like a very small movement down here, and that's okay. As long as you're squeezing right here. That's the muscle you want.
And that's time. Let's do 30 seconds of our scalp squeezes now.
Okay. These are great, especially if you spend a lot of time on the computer or tend to look forward and get your neck back and squeeze those scalps together. Your angel wings.
Now let's move on to hip out, hip in for 30 seconds.
Okay. Challenge yourself to do 15 seconds all together on one side. And swap at that 15-second mark.
That's 15 seconds. Swap
Good
that
job.
legs.
Good work.
Now let's repeat that whole sequence one more final time.
Okay, this is it, the last time.
Well-
You can do this.
Sit to stand for 30 seconds. Let's go. And that's 30. Let's transition to our leg lifts forward for 30 seconds and go.
Good job, guys. If this is getting too tired and you're falling out of breath, then you can always take your seat and keep doing those leg lifts just from the seated position. That's an alternative that you can do, especially this third time around if you're starting to lose your breath. Try not to give up. Just alternate what you're doing. Keep moving those muscles.
And that's 30. Let's get into place for our wall push-ups.
Okay, if your arms are getting tired and you no longer can do the push-ups, feel free to stay in your seat and kind of just keep moving those arms. Overhead press. Either one. If you can do the push-ups, do the push-ups. If you need a little bit of a break, take a seat and follow me. But try to keep moving, keep breathing.
And that's 30 seconds. Let's get into position for our backwards leg lifts.
Okay, here's your hip extension. If this is getting too tiring, go ahead and those that can, keep kicking back, using that glute. You can also do glute squeezes. That's just where you stand and squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. It's called an isometric movement. You're still using that muscle. Take a deep breath, and if you can, get back into the actual movement.
And that's the time. Let's do our hip out, hip in leg for 30 seconds.
Same thing, you can sit in a chair to do this if you're starting to get breathless. You can switch every 5 lifts, switch at 15 seconds, or keep alternating throughout. All variations, just don't stop moving.
And that's time. Let's start with our cool down. We'll begin with toe and heel raises for 30 seconds.
Okay, so make sure that you're coming all the way up, and then you rock back and bring those toes up. So heel up, toe up, heel up, toe up. If you'll remember, you can do this from a chair too. So if you're needing a break, you can do this from your chair.
And that's 30 seconds. Let's transition to our 30 seconds of chin tucks now.
Okay, remember this one's for your posture. This one's good to tuck, hold, and relax. Tuck, hold, relax. Almost done.
And that's 30 seconds. Let's wrap this up with 30 seconds of bridges.
Okay, so this is when you'll come down. This is a cool down move, so come down to the floor if you're able, or you can lay on your bed. And then we'll start the timer. You're just gonna be lifting and down. Sometimes bringing it back down to the floor at the end of your workout kind of helps you take some deep breaths, slows the body down, helps you to recover.
And that's time.
All right, if you need to lay here for a few minutes and catch your breath before you get up, feel free to do so. Be careful when you're getting up from the floor, and get some water and have a great day.